exists, these seeds they grew and grew.
Good day everybody, good morning, and here we are again in the lovely St Luke's Church here in Weaste, Salford. And today my guest is an artist which I've known for quite a long time now, because he used to show his work in our show that we used to do called From the Art of Salford at the Cornerstone, just down the road here. And now he's got his own show, he's showing his own individual show, and I'll just introduce you to him. I call him Sam Joe Brook. It's a bit of an in-joke that we've had because his name's Joe Sambrook. Sam, introduce yourself.
Well, you always call me Sam.
Yeah.
So I said to you, maybe I should have a new trade name, Sam Joe Brook.
Yeah.
And it's kind of stuck,
Has
really.
it stuck?
Yeah.
And how are you enjoying your show at the Cornerstone? Have you sold anything?
Very much so. I mean,
wow.
you know, it took me a long time to get to the stage to have an exhibition anyway, and this is my first solo exhibition.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah.
I put a lot of effort into it to do it. I've had flyers done and everything. My wife's been very instrumental in what we've done. She came up with the title Octogenarian Doodling.
I saw that. That's brilliant, yeah.
But she's very good like that. She's very good with words, and she writes stories and things like that.
Yeah.
And she's excellent. And like for the titles on the pictures, some people just put a picture and they'll say grass verge. Well, we don't do that. And Joan will always say, well, we'll call that whatever. And it makes, I feel, it makes it better. And I feel that's why we've been so successful so far. And at the moment, we've managed to sell 13, which, which to be honest with you, it's 13 more than I thought I would sell. Yeah. I did it as much, the fact that I put an exhibition on, people will see me work. It's not everybody's taste. You know, art is subjective, as you know.
Yeah.
So I kind of do an eclectic kind of mix. And I do a bit of all sorts, a bit of oil, pencil, charcoal, watercolour, acrylic. Go through the whole gambit, really. You know.
What started you off doing artwork?
Well, when my daughter was little, I remember one time she wasn't very well, so I got some paper out and started drawing pictures for her. You know, like cartoon pictures and things like that. And I've still got them somewhere, but you know, life gets in the way with things you do, and you know, things tend to go down different paths. Then I started working on my own, self-employed market trader, and things kind of got put on hold. And then we had a holiday in the Lake District, and we went down to Kendal. So we sat down and watched the video, and at the end of the video I went and bought some pencils and some paint, some watercolour paint. And so I started doing it, started doing some paintings, and to say they were horrible is a bit of an understatement. So I kind of left it, and eventually, when I did retire from my business, there was a place just around the corner from where we live, and they were putting on art classes.
Is that in South Manchester where you live?
Yeah. I live near Manchester Grammar School, that area.
South Manchester boy.
Yeah, something like that. I'm a Salford boy, born and bred anyway. And that kind of started it, really. And I kind of went to this particular class, and I didn't seem to gel with the lady who was running the class. And this other guy came along, a fella called Paul Brotherton, and you know, he's quite a well-known artist.
It's a well-known name in Salford as well.
Is it?
Brotherton was the first councillor, I think, in Salford. He's got a huge. He's got the largest grave, if you like, in Weaste Cemetery. It's about 30 foot tall.
Wow.
And there's a statue of him in Peel Park.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
so
so
it just goes to show.
I wonder if he's perhaps...
maybe he's a relative.
A descendant, perhaps. Yeah.
Anyway, I went to his classes for a while, and then there was some problem about him getting paid, you know, through the organisation where it was.
Yeah.
So he went off. So I was kind of in limbo really, and I was looking for somewhere to carry on really.
Yeah.
So I joined a group in Bramhall, but the only thing was they didn't teach you anything. It was just, you know, whatever you fancied doing, you just did it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I did it for quite a number of years there really, and you know, their own exhibitions, and I've entered with a few things within their exhibition, and I managed to sell a couple. So you know, I was pleased with that really.
Yeah. I think for anybody that's watching as well, if you want to join an art club, there are some art clubs that you can join, and they help you to develop. They have like classes. There are others you just go along, and you're part of a group, but it's still a learning process, because whilst you're there, I think you'll agree, you're learning from other people.
It's true.
And in my own art club, Salford Art Club, we have sessions whereby every so often we have a demonstration, and somebody will come along and show us how to do watercolour or pencil, you know, and some people will come along and set it out like a classroom, and you'll follow them step by step what they're doing. Sometimes they'll come along and give a talk or a lecture on a different type of art or a place, and so I just thought I'd throw that in, because you've experienced, and sometimes it's not always works for you, so you've had to go somewhere else.
So what you do, you know, there's always somebody got a different technique to what you're going to do.
Yeah.
So you pick them bits up, and hopefully you put it into your artwork, and hopefully it's you know, it comes out something like. I go to a portrait class on a Friday.
Yeah, I love portrait. I love doing portraits.
And when I started, I was hopeless, I'll be honest with you.
And now?
The ladies used to look like boxers. Now they look like ladies.
Yeah.
Got a very good teacher called Mary, and she's excellent, you know, and she's helped me a lot really. But, I mean, she's very good within the class, and there's some really good artists, you know, really good portrait
I think anybody can draw really. Yeah, you just need that little bit of help in one little thing or another, you know.
But it's funny when you just made that statement. My father-in-law was a very good artist, and he used to always say anybody could draw, but not like him.
Yeah,
he was exceptional.
Yeah, I agree.
But I suppose really, you know, it's about making the first mark, isn't it?
And then developing your own style.
Correct.
As well,
Well, my style is naive. We call it naive.
Same here.
So I do things to make people smile, things like that. And I also do, like, you know, landscapes and various other things.
It makes
as well.
people smile. Like you said something before. It's nice to sell your work, but do you not think it's nice? I've seen you've been down to Cornerstone quite a lot on social media, and you walk around and get something out of when you see people looking at the paintings, and you see them looking at your painting, and you see they get something from it. Well, you know, they're not just walking past. No. I've done a bit of busking, you know. Lots of people walk past you. Not for me. I'm okay for a bit of money, you know. But I've had a good job all my life, and my wife works. But I've done busking for charity. And when you're on the street playing away there, some people walk past, and others stop and watch with you. You know?
I like to listen to buskers and people in the street, you know, singing, and I think it's great. But I do get a lot of pleasure. I mean, I give a lot of my artwork away, and I get a lot of pleasure from that because, excuse me, because people clearly want it. So you know, it's like I've got one down here at the moment. This one.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at some of your artwork.
And this one is called Born to Dance. This one.
Born to Dance. Yeah.
So my next door neighbour. She's been helping with various things, with like technical stuff. But, you know, when I've had to send things because I'm useless. So I said to her, just have a look at few of these paintings which I'm putting in the exhibition, and I've got one in the Cornerstone now, and it's similar to this. And she said, oh, that's really good. And then her dad went down with her brother to have a look, and I saw her the other week, and she said, I'm thinking I might buy that painting. And my intention was I was going to give it her anyway if I hadn't sold it.
Yeah.
So she sent me a message because she's at university at the moment. So I said, so here, I've sold the picture. So she was a bit disappointed really. But I said, when you're back home, call in. I've got another one you might like.
Yeah.
Anyway, I sent her that on WhatsApp, and she said
once, a few times, and all of a sudden something clicks about that drawing, about that painting. And even sometimes you might get a feeling of what the artist was trying to say. Because I think there's a lot of the poetry or the feelings of the artist comes through in the work, you know. And I think let's have a look at your next one anyway. I'm getting a bit carried away with myself there.
I kind of brought this one. The reason I brought this one was because a couple of years ago, when I first got involved with the Art of Salford,
Yeah,
I remember on the open night, you did a poem, and it stuck with me.
I did, yeah.
And it was the Art of Salford, no H. So
yeah.
I came home and I thought, right, and that was the inspiration of doing this picture. So I made that, and it's one of Lowry's.
So I've inspired that in a way, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then I did the painting, put on there, and I put your name at the bottom
Thank
with
you
the
so
guitar.
much.
There
Yeah.
it is.
We call it From the Heart of Salford.
Yeah.
But because we don't sound our H's, we drop the A.
Yeah.
The H, it's more than the H actually, it's H-E, isn't it? But we drop the H and it becomes From the Art of Salford, the art.
Yeah.
The heart becomes the art. And they're both the same thing as well, aren't
It
they,
is.
really? Yeah.
So that's what inspired me to do that.
And a little bit of Lowry as well, the man
Well,
lying on the wall.
yeah. You know, so it's. I thought, right, I'm going to do that, and it only took me about half an hour to do that. I just got cracking. I got my paints out, and I thought,
Excellent,
bush,
yeah.
and I did it,
And
and
a
that
piece
was it.
of watercolour paper too.
It says, yeah, that's all watercolour.
What else have you got in your box?
Well, I've got this. This is one I did with the portrait class where I go on a Friday. I can't remember the lady's name, but it's one I like. This one.
Really nice.
I kind of got her as she was really, and I like the hairstyle. I like people who've got big hairstyles, so
Yeah,
you know,
I wish
it
I had
gives you
a hairstyle
something
like
to.
that, looking, I've got none left.
Yeah, me as well. Yeah. It's like that thing in that shampoo, wash and go.
That's the one, yeah,
and it's
yeah.
gone. Yeah, so I did that one. I did that with.
Very good. It's
with
in
pastel.
pastel, isn't it?
Yeah. And at times I don't have a lot of luck with pastel. I just can't seem to get it right. But with that one, I'm pleased with that one.
Yeah, I think with
It's
pastel as well,
not too bad.
once you've done it, you have to put it behind glass. If you put it in a portfolio on plastic
Well, you
folder,
won't do it. You have to spray it with air lacquer.
even when you do that, it
Yeah,
comes.
yeah.
Yeah. I think what our pastel came about, I think it was a way for artists to learn before they paint it.
Yeah.
I think they used pastel. It was quick.
Yeah.
And you could get a drawing, and then you got right. I'm going to paint it now. They didn't paint over the pastel, I think.
Well, yeah.
Quite
But I've got
interesting.
one I did in pastel. I've got one in my exhibition, and it's before Picasso, and it's one of Picasso, and I really like it, you know, because when I look at my work, sometimes I think, ooh, I'm not keen on that.
Yeah.
But I like that one.
When somebody else says you're not keen on it, you have to worry.
Well, yeah, I'm not bothered.
I'm only joking, I'm joking.
I'm all right for a bit of criticism.
I always have, when you said about that as well, you like to give your paintings away, it's because perhaps they've said, I really like that painting, it's a joy of giving, you
Yeah.
know. And sometimes if you've done a drawing for somebody or a painting, I always say, I show them the drawing, but while they're looking at it, I look at the face. And if it's like, if they're just saying politely, yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
You want to see that light bulb moment. Don't
Well, you do,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
do.
The Joy of Living, that's going off track. That's a beautiful song by Ewan McCall of Salford. Have you heard The Joy of Living?
I can't
Google
recall
it, Google it, yeah. He wrote it for his wife, Peggy Seeger, and his two kids when he was dying.
Really?
Yeah, and he wrote the joy. It's all about the joy of living. It's for them. It's a message to them. And when he died, they took his ashes, and I found this out in a Mike Harding book actually,
Right.
and about the Pennines. And they took his ashes up from Glossop with a couple of bottles of good malt.
Well, why
And
not?
they went to the Hernstones. I don't
Right.
know the Hernstones. And they sat at the Hernstones and scattered the ashes. And when you heard the song, you know, and I've been to the Hernstones, and I've walked all the way up there with my stuff, people with me. And I've sang it a cappella.
Right.
I love the song as well. Yeah, yeah.
really
It's
good.
the joy of living. It's the joy of giving. It's the joy of art. Yeah.
Well, it is. I mean, it's nice to sell them, and it's nice to get some money for what you've done.
If you can, yeah.
If
yeah,
you
of
can,
course,
yeah.
And especially if you need it, if you are an artist and you're relying on it, then you know, professional artist, and that's your job. We're just amateurs, aren't we? If somebody likes it and somebody's willing to pay for it, well, that's just a nice little
Well,
bonus, isn't
I
it?
try and make light of most things in my life, you know, because I have that kind of sense of humour. You know, my wife said, I wish you'd stop it sometime, because not everybody can relate to it. So on the first day of the exhibition, a chap bought 3 of my paintings.
Yeah.
So people have been asking me, how are you doing? So I said, oh, not too bad. I said, this guy, he bought 3 of the paintings. He rang me up and he said, I want to buy these 3 paintings. And he's giving them as Christmas presents. So I said, oh, that's nice. But I said, the only thing is he's giving them to people he doesn't like. When and people said, really? I said, well, no, I'm joking, you know. But anyway.
What else have you got there?
Right, well, during my life, I was a market trader for many years. I started my life as a butcher originally, and I went on to do other things. And being a market trader was one of the best jobs I ever had. It wasn't a job to me. It's just something I really enjoyed. Yeah. And I did it for a quarter of a century. It sounds a long time, so it's only 25 years. And I do a little bit of public speaking, and I have 3 talks which I do, and one of them I do is the life of a market trader, and people listen to it, and it's one of the most popular ones.
So if you, what's your, I'll put your address on the bottom of here and everything. If you want to see Joe or listen to any of his talks, you'll be able to do so at the end of this show, but just listen to what he's talking about now.
So when I've done these talks, people say, why don't you write a book? I said, I can't write a book, I have no interest. Oh. And it just kept going on and on and on. Anyway, a couple of years ago, I did a talk, and somebody came up to me and said, that was really interesting. I really, really enjoyed that. You should put that into book form. So I came home and I said to Joan, I said, what do you think? She said, you get writing, because I'm not a good speller. And she's very good, she'll tidy it all up. She said, just write it as you would. So I wrote it all out, and then she corrected all the spelling mistakes, and we put it together. So what we decided to do, this is it, and the book's called 3 for Half a Crown, The Life and Times of a Market Trader.
So there you have it. And so does it have a price?
Well, we're selling it for a £5.
Okay.
All the profits are going to Macmillan Cancer Care. And so far, with the amount of books we've sold, we've donated 500 quid so far. So if anybody wants one, they're a £5.
Where from?
Well, you can get me on Facebook and do it that way.
I'll put the details on the video when we do it.
Yep, and all it is, if you want me to post it out to you, so it's £5 plus the postage, and that's it. So, but it's great. And I must say about the picture on the front there, that's a picture of me on Mosley Market. It just through Ashton-under-Lyne.
You've got around, haven't you? You're born in Salford, you live in South Manchester, and you've been up there in the hills as well, in Mosley.
Oh, absolutely. Well, this picture, my father-in-law, he came along one Thursday, and he took a picture of me behind the stall, and he started to do this. He's a pen and ink artist.
Yeah.
And sadly, he passed away, so it never got finished.
Do you know something? I think sometimes pictures are like that, half done. I think there's something about them in that composition where
I think so as well.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Well, I mean, on there, you're not getting a true reflection of the picture when you see it.
How big is it?
It's about 20 by 16.
Yeah.
And I've got it, and I should have brought it with me today, really, but I didn't. But yeah, and it's one of my most treasured possessions, really. And like years ago, I was into
magically. I think it might appear on the screen in the video. You know my email address to send it, don't you?
Yep. Okay. So that's that.
Tony working his magic again.
Well, there you go. What I've done, I've dedicated this as well to my family, because my family were behind us. Because it was quite a venture to take off and do something. You've got a regular job, you've got regular wages, you can pay the mortgage, and you started a family, and it was a big leap really to do it. And everybody in the family backed us 100%. So my parents are in there, my in-laws are in there.
All these things. You show the pictures to the screen.
And there's one of me and my wife, and honest to God, I was young once.
Yeah. So we're all.
So that's one of my favourite pictures. This one there. That's that one there, and that's when I'm on Withenshaw Market, and just me acting the clown again, and that's...
Joe, it's been brilliant.
Yep.
Been brilliant talking to you. I have got to know you. There's nothing else you want to show, is there?
No. Only my flyer. That's all.
My flyer. This is his flyer. I'll perhaps use that as the opening sequence.
So there's 2 more weeks left at Cornerstone.
Okay, there you go, folks. 2 more weeks. If you want to go down to Langworthy Cornerstone, that's here in Salford, on the corner of Liverpool Street and Langworthy Road, opposite Chimney Pot Park. It's open Monday to Friday from round about 7:30, I think, till 8:30. If you want to go along there and view Sam's work, I'm calling you Sam, and if you want to buy one of his paintings as well, or his drawings, you're more than welcome to do so.
It's been quite a year really, in one way or another. It's we opened our garden for charity, and it was the most. We must have had about 250 people come on the day, and all the money we donated it to Northern Air Hospital Radio, which is something I've been
That's
involved
I
with.
wanted to talk about that.
Right, okay.
Yeah, of course. That was another aspect of what you do. You used to do Northern Air Radio, was it?
Yeah, Northern Air Hospital Radio.
Northern Air.
Yeah.
Just talk a little bit about that, will you?
Well, I've been doing it for over 30 years now. I'm not as involved now as I was, but it's a great organisation. You know, it's a charitable organisation. We broadcast to 9 hospitals, Salford Royal being one of them.
Yeah, good.
You know, Manchester Royal,
Yeah.
North Manchester General. Originally we were based at North Manchester General, and that's how it started. Started in 1960, and it's a very good.
And what's your role? Are you a broadcaster?
Well, yeah. I've done all sorts.
Right, a big part of the radio show.
Yeah, I mean, when I started...
Radio's not a show, is it? It's a programme.
It's a programme. I mean, when I started, originally, I had no intention of being a broadcaster. I just went along to collect requests from the patients, and I love that. I love talking to people, and if you see some... Because, you know, people in hospital, they might not have any relatives come, they might have no family, and they're there, and all they ever see is the nurse or the doctor. We go round in the evening.
Nice though.
Oh, they are. But they can't spend time with you. You see, like the hospital radio. You have a chat, and you find out a little bit about them.
Yeah.
And they'll choose a request, and you go back and you say, "Well, I've just been talking to Fred on Ward B1, and he wants this, that, and that." Not only that, it was his birthday last week, and these are the kind of things that make hospital radio.
You are a very, very good artist and a very, very good person as well, and that's nice, and that's come through on this interview and some of the stuff you've done, and it's been really nice talking to you and finding out a little bit more about you, and thank you for coming along, and hope to see you here again one day.
Yeah. Can I just say one thing? My exhibition finishes on the 24th of October. The day before that, it's our diamond wedding anniversary.
Amazing. Well, so if you want to send him a card on the 23rd of October, send one to him. Just send it to Facebook. He's on Facebook.
So I have to mention the other thing I've got to mention about my wife. Since
I'm not going to get away.
Well, that's the trouble. You set me off, and that's it. Now I'm doing so well selling all these paintings. She wants to be my agent, and I'm getting a bit worried because I'm thinking, well, I'm going to have to split the profit here. Yeah. And I'm not sure whether I want that.
Right, we're going to go now.
Go now.
But next time you come on, I want your autograph.
You can have it any time you want, Tony.
See you, everyone. Bye now.
All the best.
A work from local artists.